This last weekend, interesting Josh Allen stat. Do you want to read that off to us? Cause that
Yes.
stat ended today.
Well, I'll let you guys know that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, since the beginning of the regular season in 2021, is 0-7 uh, in one score games. So this game, obviously, when we talked about it on Thursday morning, you guys both said it was going to be a close game, a one score game. I thought as well, but I picked Baltimore. You guys picked the Bills. And then I read you guys the stat, and there was no concern for you guys. Well, I come to bring to you that Josh Allen really didn't play that well this afternoon. The QBR is good as a 72, but 19 of 36, 213 yards, a touchdown and interception. Of course, the 11 carries, 70 yards for and a touchdown. But again, late in the game, there were so many mistakes made, except for the fact that at the end of the game, like the literal last, what would you call it, sequences of the game, Baltimore is driving down the field. They're at first and goal, second and goal, and instead of taking the 3 points and taking the lead, you know what I mean? Because it's 20-20 at this time. There's 4 minutes left in the game. You're at the 2 yard line. John Harbaugh, like I tweeted, I was like, I'm taking the points in this moment in time. I'm taking them just because you think about the where you are in the game. It's 20-20, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You got to points at this point are invaluable and priceless, and you got to take them when you get them. And they went for it on fourth down. It wasn't a very good play. Lamar Jackson backed up a lot. He didn't roll out really. It was more like he was just taking steps back and taking steps back. Threw it up to Duvernay. It got intercepted. It was a touchback, and then Josh Allen and the Bills drove 12 plays, 77 yards, and then towards the end, I was actually pretty surprised. I tweeted, I was like, I'm actually shocked the Bills are playing smart football right now because
Oh,
they
don't
handed the
disrespect
ball
Sean
off.
McDermott.
I'm just saying they handed the ball off, and I give kudos. They got the job done in a close game. Now, I would have loved to seen it if John Harbaugh would have taken the 3 points, but you know it didn't happen, and this was the outcome. But another thing that happened when Duvernay took that first long run when they were like inside the 10 yard line or something like that. I think there was a lot of discussion and argument. And I'm pretty sure Marcus Peters and John Harbaugh got into it on the sideline
He was pissed.
about letting him score, letting him go. It's kind of like I immediately remember the 2011 Super Bowl Giants Patriots with Ahmad Bradshaw and him just like sitting right before the goal line. Um, you know, I there was like a minute and 20 seconds left when that happened. I kind of agree with whoever was on the side of letting him score, giving Lamar about a minute and 20 left. Probably would have had maybe a timeout. Maybe they didn't, but, giving Lamar a chance because then the Bills just ran the clock out and then kicked the field goal and it was easy and it was game over.
And now that special stat is 1-7 for Josh Allen in
One
games
and
decided
seven,
by six,
but
six
still
points or
not
less.
impressive. What was that?
By 6 points or less was the exact number.
It one possession games.
This episode is brought to you by our friends over at BetStamp. BetStamp is North America's top all-in-one platform for sports betting, getting the best available odds. You can find it in all one place. You can track bets when it comes to just knowing exactly what the market is, see through the app exactly whatever it is that you may want, and most of all, like Brand always says, the app is 100% free. Try it for yourself, and when you do, be sure to use the referral code at WiseGuys. That is WISEGUYS. That's Wise Guys.
You gotta go and get a bunch of sports books to be able to see the best odds, and that's what BetStamp does for you. Very in a very one convenient and simple and easy way to look at it. So go to BetStamp, create an account, use the referral code, like John said, Wise Guys, WISEGUYS. That's Wise Guys, and let them know we sent you. Helps us out a lot.
Absolutely. Now, anything else you want to touch on for this?
Before we move on, with Josh Allen, right? You were saying,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I would say so. Everybody would probably say like, "Oh, well, now he's 1-7," but like he's still 1-7. That's not a good record. So we got to see it,
Well, his
it
record right now
consistently go.
is 3-1, not 1 and
No, I'm talking in the one possession games, and because every game's not going to be a blowout, and you can kind of go back and look at those games because I did do a little skim of them, and Josh Allen wasn't very impressive, and I believe most of them. Obviously, one of those games was the Jaguars game where they lost 9-6, which was just abysmal. And he was on track to have an abysmal game today against the Ravens. He was playing like dog crap, to be honest with you, and he was able to find a way and come back and win the game. Again, Harbaugh kind of made a blunder, but the Bills won the game.
he talked
They
about on
played
the
smart football.
Harbaugh talked about in the post-game presser, kind of questioning the decision to not go with the field goal there in that instance. But for the Bills to beat a team with the Ravens' caliber, with how hot Lamar has been playing, wasn't the best day for him. He didn't go off for 325 yards like he did last week, only 144 passing and 73
Mm.
rushing. But these are two of the top teams in the AFC, and in my opinion, the biggest dark horse and the biggest favorite. So it was meant to be a great matchup, and it, in my opinion, did not disappoint at all given expectation. You want to cover the Pats Packers game?
Yeah, one more thing on the Bills game
Sure.
because I just remembered this. Baltimore Ravens pass defense has been the worst through the last 19, 20 games that we've seen, and Josh Allen didn't play well against it. So that's a little concerning there, especially when you come back to back weeks. The Dolphins game wasn't impressive. This game wasn't impressive. I don't know. Who do the Bills play next week? Oh, they play you, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Yeah, TJ Watt's not going to be there. So we'll see.
They're at Buffalo.
If he doesn't have a good passing day with Josh Allen, that's three straight games where he has a below average passing game against, defenses that aren't really held into the highest regard in pass defense this year, at least. Marlon Humphreys, though, I did see a stat that he's like one of the highest rated cornerbacks, like individually for Pro Football Focus. So he's doing his job. The other
He's a
guys
top
just
corner.
need some,
And
yeah,
Marcus
those guys need
Williams is
some
a
help.
stud. I think with him and Marcus Peters getting healthy as well, you have those rookies and all those young players. They're going to take some time to marinate and really become a high level unit. But with all the talent on that end, they're going to be pretty good defensively. It's just going to take probably until the end of the season. That's when it matters